Hello, my friends, and welcome back. I'm Chisgule Gaming, and in today's video, sponsored by the makers of Rise of Kingdoms, we're going to check out Esmeralda, and also, bonus, we've got Holy Knight's Treasure. So we're going to do them both. I'm pretty hyped, and let's talk about it. Esmeralda's Prayer is an event that is generally very high value. And if you spend in this event, you don't even have to buy the bundles all the way to the top, typically to get all the prizes. Because the way this event works is you get a bunch of these little coins that you need to spin called shiny wishing coins. You use them to spin, and then once you get these 3 special prizes, you clear the whole board. And this time around, the tiered rewards are actually very universal in their nature. So the gold heads are obviously fantastic. The materials are obviously fantastic. And this time around, what are the city theme choices we have? Let's get a look here. So we've got the Wailing Keep infantry attack, the Timbered Ensemble archer defense, and the Summer of Passion Ayo permanent cavalry defense theme. I mean, you know, none of these excite me overly much. I'm interested in health more than anything else. I would say that if you don't have a cav theme and you rally barb forts and you use calves for that, then Summer of Passion is a cool pick. But otherwise, these don't excite me, and I don't know of a lot of archer mains right now for open field, but, you know, look, for early game players, obviously, having access to some of these themes is a pretty big deal. You might not have anything for a certain troop type, and if you rally garrison that troop type, having the theme is really good. I personally, again, use a health theme, or if I'm open fielding nowadays, a sort of universal theme works really well. So we're going to do this, and there's a couple ways to get your wishing coins. If you've been subscribed to the channel for a while, you know this. I can buy them with gems. And I'm going to start by buying the 50% off options here. But, you know, look, I'm going to point out that you can get a ton of these. Also down here, 30 of them with gems. And I mentioned there's a bundle. But also, there's an event series. Now, you've seen this event series before. It is right over here, Esmeralda's Collection. This is pretty easy to do. And you can get 2, another 4, 6, and then 8. Wow. So we're looking at 20 wishing coins just from this. And, you know, look, Triarch Trouble is here. That's got some wishing coins. Definitely be sure to do that. I bet you, yeah, here they are again. Arms Training is going to have them. The Zenith of Power's right around the corner, by the way. And Sasuke was the first one to point out to me, hey, bro, Cheesy, this Celestial Warp thing, could that be like the thing they had in Call of Dragons, where there's like an extra cosmetic and it gives extra stats? I don't think so, but it is possible that this Zenith of Power could work like the one from Call of Dragons. I'll have a card in the end screen. I feel like they would have put that in the patch notes because it's like the fattest W of all time. So why not like put it in the patch notes and claim the victory, you know? But if they snuck it in, it'd be the most pleasant surprise of my life. And what was that surprise? In Call of Dragons, if you gain 30 million power, in the equivalent of Zenith of Power, you get the city theme kind of automatically with a currency you get, and even if you're not in the top 10. And if you are in the top 10, you could use that currency to buy a cosmetic that also gave some extra stats. Genius. I don't know. I think it's very well done. So anyways, I don't think that's this. I think this is just a cosmetic that goes on top of a sort of skin. And we saw this in the past with an epic theme. I didn't even realize it was for an epic theme, and I bought it without realizing it. I was the noob. I fell for it, chat, and I bought it, and then I got and didn't realize it. Whatever. It is what it is. Esmeralda's Prayer. Gosh bless it. I'm going to buy some of these bundles. So, showed you all those things you can do, and Esmeralda's Collection. No. Easter gift bundle. That's the one. So, this bundle's got a cosmetic. Some people care about that. I don't really care about that. I'm going to make these purchases using my Flux scripts. I pre-purchased these right before making this video on the official Lilith website. That's who makes this game. Link will be in the description, okay? You can go and buy these, and on top of that, you get about 10% extra value in the form of these Flux coins, which you can also use to buy bundles, all right? So I'm going to exchange my Flux scripts. Ooh, next cosmetic. The Avatar Frame, loveliest of trees. Wow. Okay. $10 is in. $20 is in. $50 for 9 of these shiny wishing coins. Do you see why I'm saying go do your quests to get 20 wishing coins? Holy smokes. I guess I'm here for the speeds and the pick ones. GG. And I could start cranking out the $100 bundles, but I'm going to pump the brakes on that for this account. There's a lot of them still to earn for free. Now, I think you can exchange for like crystal keys or something. It's not nearly as good, okay, in my opinion, as these are worth. So you don't want to go over on these, in my opinion. All right, and then Road to Greatness. I don't know who I'm going to pick. Look, hey, let me ask a question. Now that Pinsir is a thing, am I still going to use a Skippy Emilianus and Subutai Rally? Wait, is that actually a combo I'm going to run now in an Artifact KVK or nah? Because I think it might be nah. I could move on Siege Commanders here. I could move in on, backup Garrison Captain. The backup to the backup if I'm defending my city. I don't know, man. I got to figure out what commander to do. This Road to Greatness, it used to give gold heads, which was like really meaningful to me. But now that, I got to pick a commander you already have, it's like way, way, way less meaningful to me. In fact, look, I can go summon Subutai. And the reason I had wanted him, and still do, is specifically for Artifact KVKs. And I don't know if SA with him is going to be the pick anymore. But look, I can even use my Flux script over here. Woohoo! By all that stuff. The writer of history, everybody. Sure does look a lot different than it did back when I started playing the game. Back in my day. I appreciate you. Thank you for being subscribed. Let's do this thing. Let's spin this wheel. Gosh darn it. Spin, baby, spin. And where's the button to do 3 spinners? Because I'm going to try to go to 3 spinners like literally immediately. Please. Yes. Yes. 3 spinners, baby. Triple are fun. Now, I find that typically you've got to do, I want to say at least, let's call it 70 spins. How many would it be? No, you've got to do at least 90 to clear this board, man. Yeah, you typically need to get, no, these tiers do seem the same. This isn't higher than it used to be, is it? I don't know. 10 legendary materials is actually insane. Like, that's actually insane. I want to get to that tier for sure. And personally, I've mentioned this in other videos, but I really like to buy armament-related bundles because you really need like a jaw-dropping amount of armaments to get to a good one, unless you get really lucky. So I like to buy armament bundles and use gems for other things. This is one of those cases where like I will buy a bunch of these with gems to finish it off if I can. So, and I'll be able to between that and the $100 bundles if I need them. Didn't quite get there. Now, one thing worth mentioning is that on the wheel they do have pick 1 chess pieces. Look, what can we get here? Hope Cloak is solid, obviously, but this also includes Dragon's Breath. I mean, this includes all the good stuff, including, the Siege set. Hey, dude, hey, this wheel is, dude, Esmeralda. Do you remember? Hey, look, if you're subscribed to the channel, you may remember the original Esmeralda, okay? And it was kind of like a guessing gambling game, I suppose, where like you got a reward and you could like, wasn't it like you could keep it or you could keep going, but the amount of gems you had to pay kept going up and up and up, and the prizes went up and up and up? It was something insane where like you could end up with an insane amount of gems out of it. Am I remembering correctly? I think I am. Man, the original Esmeralda was crazy, man. New Esmeralda goes hard, though, for sure. The rewards here are fantastic. And I feel like other variants of Esmeralda, I would not say that. But it also depends in part on what you need for your account. Like, this is really a dead drop on this wheel for me. I would love if this was replaced if you didn't need it or a certain condition was met. Like, if this was healing speed ups, literally every player in the game would not complain. Literally. Early game players obviously care about some of these epic patterns and they're meaningful to them. But yeah, late game player, I look at that and I'm like, right, absolute dead drop on that wheel. Okay, we got 6 more spins to go here, and I did not get a single one of these special slots. We did it! Oh, right on cue. Okay, let's go. Honestly, like 1 in every 30, like that sounds about right. What we just did there, that matches kind of what I would expect. Anyways, let's spin this and okay. Look, I'm going to take this thing all the way, baby. We're going all the way with Esmeralda. Got to get that final tier of materials. Seems really good. All right. So now that I've done that, and, look, my game plan is to slow the roll on buying those bundles, okay? Because, like I said, if I'm going to spend the $100, I'd rather get an armament bundle, as an example, than, have those final wishing coins turn into keys, okay? And I think it's like, again, one wishing coin gets you 2 keys, and I think equipment keys is probably the best take there. But we've got more to do, okay? Because we can head right over here, and I've got a Holy Knight's treasure. Now, look, I'm a little torn as to what to do with Holy Knight's treasure. Like, I could start to move in on a siege set, but there's a part of me that's just like, brother, just like move all in on like a main set for each troop type. Like, for example, these boots, I could obviously take all the way to 5. I mean, do I need the march speed? I don't know. Like, you could debate. Gives me a little defense when outside of territory. I don't know. I am generally inclined to like really focus though. And I feel like there's value in that. Where's my second? Oh, this is my main cavalry set. Wasn't even looking at the main set, bro. Yeah. I could do this. I don't know. Working on the siege is probably the play, but I'm just feeling this exact moment in time, like, I don't know, man. Building like an 8th set of equipment. It's going to be so many legendary materials. I'm a little torn, but I probably should just do it. I'm just going to spin for the cat boots. 1 set to tier 5 on the boots seems fine. And I could always use the pick ones for the siege stuff. I think that's what I'm going to do for now. That might be a mistake, but that is what's happening. And we're going to do 90 of these things, and I am on the calf boots. Good. Okay. Let's rock, baby. March speed generally is pretty outstanding, although I don't want to, like, overspeed on my calves. I don't know. Is that really a concern? Chad, is it really a concern, overspeeding on the calves? There's 1 pattern. Besides, how many patterns am I even going to get? Am I going to get a bunch? Am I not going to get a bunch? Hopefully, I just get a bunch of materials. I mean, kind of a weird thing to hope for, but I got a ton of patterns and not enough materials to cook them all up. That's kind of where I'm at. Now, the Holy Knight's treasure, I mean, you're subscribed, you know this, but the Holy Knight's treasure is generally extremely high value for materials, 2,400 gems for every 5 cracks here, except I'm getting absolutely wrecked right now by not getting materials. Oh my God. I mean, I guess I am getting speed ups, and after this last KVK, I mean, I am relatively depleted. There's another 6 patterns. That's kind of sweet. So we're up to what? 7 patterns so far? I'll take it. We can get more than that. A couple mats there is decent. It's just 3 though. Also, research speeds in here is like a bit of a rip. Would love to see that be healing speeds. Or this be healing speeds. Bro, the level of players rejoicing if those changes were made, it's like the easiest change and the through the roof. Like this whole top row could be like different denominations of healing speeds. And man, you'd have some happy players. Let me tell you what. I am actually getting rolled here. It's actually kind of insane. I'm not getting many materials. Did the drop table change? Sometimes you just get lucky and sometimes you get unlucky. I think I might just be getting unlucky. Right? No way they changed the loot table. Anyways, I have it recorded somewhere what the loot table is. There's 8 pattern pieces. Okay. Progress, I suppose. You know what I should have done is like checked how many of these I own. Now that right there only begins to offset all my prior rolls, but that is insane. I just have the 8. I just have the 8 that I have done so far. Okay then. GG. 2 materials. Yeah, this is I'm probably gonna land a 10 spot here to get out of this situation I find myself in. But now that crack was amazing because like I would pay 600 gems per equipment chest here, and I just got 4 of them, and the spin cost me 2,400. So like that's kind of the value we're looking for when we do this thing. This is not This is not the value we're looking for. Cheesy, what's happening here, man? You're getting kind of wrecked. Oh, okay. Well, what did we get? 9 pattern pieces so far? I mean, that last crack was good. How about this one, baby? Yeah, I mean, hey, I'll take it. Speed ups plus materials is a W. And I did say I didn't really need the pattern pieces at this point. It's just about the materials. And then I get a 5 spot at this. Now that right there, baby, that's a crack. But it's just offsetting my bad spins. So we ended up with 14. And we get these tiered rewards, which are also solid. There's another 5 spot. There's, I'd love if they change this to be something relevant to endgame players. But whatever. And boom, boots. And there's going to be some materials, right? Yeah, there it is. Materials, some RSS. Seems good. If you didn't know, the pro tip here is you pretty much should always do this event, even as a free to play, to go to the level 10 tier of this. Because, like, what, you get a 50% spin and a free spin every day, right? So that'll get you to 6 spins. No, I guess 4 spins. So another 6 spins on top, and you're good. Could be you need to do 7. I don't know if you get a free spin on the second day. But, like, for the amount of gems to get the 5 legendary pattern pieces is a huge W. Do not miss out on it, all right? I'm going to keep going with this next time. Maybe tomorrow. I got a huge pass opening in Call of Dragons. It's insane. We're going 2v4, and it's like all the kingdoms are like top 10 kingdoms. So going 2v4 was like kind of a lunatic move, but we did it. And like in our 1v2, that's right, we've been fighting. You know, we're like a top 3 kingdom, I would say, probably in the game in Call of Dragons. And we've been fighting against 2 other top 10 kingdoms at the same time, which is honestly insane. And we're like actually have been pulling it off. That doesn't mean we're going to win, but like we've been pulling it off so far. Actually insane. So, oh, man. GV77 with the loot. I feel like I just opened all my chests like 20 minutes ago, man. And now I got all this stuff here. I guess it was more than 20 minutes ago. It was probably around reset. Oh, I can't believe that was an hour and 50 minutes ago. Oh my God, the time flies when you're having a good time. Oh my God. GV77. Should have made a video and lined up all the goldies, cheesy. I feel like this is faster than opening them 10 at a time. Am I crazy? Up more goldies. GG. I guess I should say GV. Oh, boy. On and on we go. That's how I get carpal tunnel right here. Oh, more goldies. Woo! We did it. All right. Jeez, man. All right, you enjoyed the vid, throw a like on here, subscribe. I talked about, oh yeah, Zenith of Power and Call of Dragons and how, like, you got this exchange thing. I don't think it's going to work this way in Rise of Kingdoms yet, but I hope they do it. I don't know if they will, but it needs to come to Rise of Kingdoms. Check the video. It's going to be over there. It's pretty legit. Until next time, you have fun smashing your enemies. Holy smokes. 23 Billy. We're building back that power after that insane KVK. GG.